Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing great and having a great day. So today is pretty much country day. There's not a lot of news about any upgrades or anything like that that are forthcoming or that we have in the next couple of weeks, what have you, because there's so many of them coming out. But there is a lot of news from different countries around the world. And up first, we have news from the Ukraine. So this is getting not out of hand, but there's like more and more countries are coming forward every single day. It seems like with news about what they plan on doing with cryptocurrencies, which is great because eventually they do have to say something. So yeah, we have news out of the Ukraine today, and it seems like this is pretty much a domino effect from everything else that has been happening. The National Bank of Ukraine, their deputy head, has released a statement declaring that Ukraine's central bank will not recognize Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency as an actual currency, as there is no central issuing office for the coins themselves. He adds that there's no way, shape, or form that they will also be seen in any way as a payment within the country. It's a bit confusing as he continues to go on saying that the Bank of the Ukraine and other banks around the world are not intimidated by and see no threat with cryptocurrencies, but adds that they are wary about them because they may be subject to fraud, which is just kind of weird saying that you're not afraid of them, but then you say, they're not a currency. But anyway, to continue on, and I quote, he goes on to say, world regulators are not concerned with any threat of cryptocurrencies because of their small volume. They are only concerned with the fact that people can lose money due to fraud by investing in them, end quote. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if that sentiment remains exactly the same when the market cap of cryptocurrencies reaches $1 trillion in a few years. We all know that it's happening. I think we are, even when the prices had gone down, I think we were at 125 billion. And all it takes is realistically a couple new coins to come out for Bitcoin to reach new highs and for Ethereum, Ripple, and a whole bunch of other coins to push their way up. And we'll be at $1 trillion very soon. Guys, like I always say, keep your eyes open for information and stuff like this. These people would not waste their time speaking about cryptocurrencies if they didn't feel in some way, shape, or form threatened by them. But regardless of what they say, what happens, whatever the case might be, cryptocurrencies are growing. They're continuing to grow, and they have grown even over the last year since January. And we've gotten to the point now where governments pretty much have to pay attention to them. And I myself assume at this point that they're just pretty annoyed because they didn't issue them themselves. They can only make laws with them, and they cannot control the actual currencies by themselves. So this is where I think a lot of the frustration comes from when it comes from news about the world and stuff like that and what kind of rules are being put forward. So next we have news out of Japan, where financial regulators within the country have stated that they will, starting in October, begin to heavily monitor and scrutinize all cryptocurrency exchanges within the country. This initiative will be spearheaded by the FSA, the Financial Services Agency within the country. So information from Japan Times, as New York Times, Japan Times, what have you, that the financial agency will begin to increase pressure on exchanges and will be looking into their systems to help protect customer funds. Yes, they will also come with a regular checkup that will be done by them as well, and in some way to inspect the exchanges to make sure that they're on track and they're completely legal. They don't say how often these checkups will be done, but I assume once a year, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, what have you. So Japan is actually one of the, how do I say this? They're like one of the most friendly places in the entire world for cryptocurrencies. There are a couple other countries, but Japan has pretty much been on track to be like the star of all of this. It's only been since April that cryptocurrencies within Japan have been officially recognized as money in Japan, not as anything else, not as a security, whatever the case might be in so many other places. So Japan is definitely, spearheading this entire movement, and it is great that they're actually wasting no time at all to make these things better or more legal, or like to put things in order for people who are trading money or whatever the case might be. Whatever they need to do, as long as they haven't banned it and they have a pretty optimistic outlook when it comes to cryptocurrencies within the country. So it's pretty great. Lastly, we have news from the United States. So let's see where this goes. If you guys have ever been to America, have ever lived in America more so, or if you've ever, pretty much lived there for an extended period of time, there's a company known as FICO, that is FICO. If you live in America, you definitely know them very well. FICO handles Credit scores for people within the country. The credit scores pretty much allow you to take out a loan, buy a home, get a car, buy a candy bar, anything that you would need credit for. FICO pretty much covers it. So FICO has come forward saying that they're looking for ways to collect information from cryptocurrencies to aid in money laundering practices. Yep, you heard that correct. They think it is now their right to be able to search people's monies in other ways that they did not create and have no official control over. So this information comes from a patent that was actually filed by FICO around 4 days ago. It was on the 21st of September. The information that FICO wishes to collect from all of this, they say would help them to develop and track what they call threat scores. These would be used by banks and anti-money laundering specialists to help track down people who are doing illegal or illicit things with cryptocurrencies. Their aim is to create a cloud-based data service where they'd be able to track mobile and crypto payments and to collect data from legal and what they call illegal Bitcoin exchanges and anyone associated with mobile payment networks. Absolutely insane. They then go on to say how it's important to collect other people's data to help with fraud and to stop illicit use within the market. If you are able to read between the lines of what they're saying and what I just said, you should be commended, because I am not going to say anything incriminating. All right, guys. Yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, it's definitely country day. There's a lot of news from different countries about what they think about cryptocurrencies and what is going on. We can see a definite divide in some way, shape with all this stuff going on between the different countries and how they really feel about cryptocurrencies. But like I said, not everybody can love it, but only a few will. And these will be the winners in the end when everybody ends up moving to these countries to spend their cryptocurrencies. Alrighty, guys, that is going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you might be. Hope it's going great. Hope you're having a fun time, even if you're at work. Probably shouldn't be listening to this at work, but I'm not judging you at all. Alrighty, guys, I'll talk to you later. And yeah, speak to you soon. See you. Hey everyone, thank you very much again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys would like to help me and the channel, there are ways to do so in the description below. Thank you very much and talk to you guys soon.